Lucrez de 4 ani în America și astăzi o să aflăm o mică poveste și cum poți să ajungi un om de succes în America și nu numai.
The United States, the land of opportunities.
It is.
It is better than Europe, right?
It can be. I think Europe has a lot going for it, but there seems to be in the United States an environment in which if you have a reasonable amount of education and just common sense and discipline, then you can find the opportunities and you can pretty much go as far as your talents take you.
What's the main keys becoming a better version of yourself or becoming successful one day?
Ooh, that's a tough question, but you need to know who you are and what you want to do, not what your parents want you to do, what your friends think you should do, but what you want to do and what will make you happy. When you're trying to figure out a career, it's got to be, such a difficult thing because there's so many things you can do. And it's okay to make mistakes at the beginning, to maybe go down a path and go, nah, that's not right. It's better to do that and then to find out, exactly what makes you happy.
How did you find it?
Well, I got some good advice from somebody.
Is somebody a teacher, a friend?
He was the father of a friend of mine. And this is a man who had no education beyond high school. But he was a successful businessman. He kind of watched me as I went through high school and college. And one day we were talking and I told him, his name was Charlie Patronella, and I said to Mr. Patronella, I really don't know what I want to do or what I should be doing.
What was your age?
I was 21 at the time. And
you was in college?
I was in college. And I was about to graduate in a year or so, and I didn't know what to do, and didn't know what I would be good at. And he gave me some simple advice, because I said, look, I might want to go into business or I might want to go into law. And in the United States, you can go to business school after college, or you can go to law school. In fact, if you want to be a lawyer, you have to go to law school after college. And he gave me the advice, he says, Peter, if you go to business school, you never can be a lawyer. But if you go to law school,
that's right,
you can be a businessman. And so I went to law school. I chose to go to law school, and I chose to be a lawyer. And then at some point, actually after 35 years of practicing law, I then switched into business, which is the business of this inn.
After 35 years?
35 years.
When did you start as a lawyer?
I started when I was 25 and I switched when I was 60. And I got to tell you, I enjoyed practicing law. Lawyers get burnt out because they work so hard.
Was it stressful?
They work so hard, and maybe there's not enough of a personal life. There's, maybe clients don't treat them with, dignity and respect, whatever. I worked hard, but I enjoyed my work. Worked for mostly good clients, and meaning good people. And I was around good people, and we had fun. And so,
didn't you want to start a business earlier?
Quite frankly, when I was younger, I didn't have the confidence to start a business. I didn't think.
How hard it is to start a business here in the U.S.?
I don't think. See, that's the thing is, I don't think it's that hard. I mean, you have to make sure you have proper funding. That's key. You know, and all. But I think maybe I lacked confidence in my ability to be a businessman. As I look back on it now, I'm 68 now. I go, man, I could have done that, you know.
Do you regret it?
But at the time, I didn't think I could.
Yeah, but you don't regret it that you didn't.
No, man. Well, there's one thing about being a lawyer, and that is, rightly or wrongly, it gives you a lot of confidence. So I've been practicing for 10 or 11 years in a big law firm in Houston. Companies.
At 35.
At 35, which is crazy.
So after 10 years of work,
Yes.
did you expect to?
Yeah, I never expected that kind of job offer, but apparently the people thought that I was qualified. When I was a starting lawyer, a first-year lawyer, in a city in the United States at a large law firm can make between $150,000 and $300,000 a year.
So that's like a low, like a bottom.
That's the bottom. Now, and when you get that best job, you also get the best training, because those lawyers train you, and they're good lawyers themselves. So you have good teachers, if you will, teaching you how to be a lawyer.
How much was the law school?
In terms of cost,
Yeah, like
well,
per year.
it depends. It can get as high as about $90,000 a year, but you can also go to law school for a lot less than that. And
Where did you finish the law school? In Houston?
in Austin, Texas. So
you said you started business after 35 years as a lawyer. What made you doing that decision?
well, first of all, we were asked by the owners of this business to buy it. I never would have changed from being a lawyer, except these people came and asked us to buy the inn. And this is the Camden Mainstay Inn that we're talking about. It's a 8 guest room inn in Camden, Maine. It's what's sometimes referred to as a B&B or a bed and breakfast.
How much was this property 7 years ago?
In terms of what it cost to buy the business,
Yeah.
around $2 million.
So you mean the business with all included?
Yeah,
The
the property, the assets, the going concern value.
And then how much did you invest after you?
Probably between $1 and $2 million.
Is there anything that you would change on your 23-year-old version?
I would wish that I were more confident, that I would be more willing to take risks. And I don't mean, unwise risks. I mean risks where you go, where you get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Where you go, well, look, this is new and different, but why don't I do it? What's the worst that can happen? Oh, I decide that I'm not that good at it or whatever. Then you change course again. So be willing to follow what you think, follow your aspirations. I was going to say follow your dreams, but that sounds so crazy. Follow what you aspire to do, what you think you might enjoy, what you think you might be good at. If you make a mistake, change course. Don't think, oh, I wasted my time. No, you actually found out that hey, that wasn't for me. There was an education.
You need to take something good from it, from everything.
Absolutely. Just like you learn from good examples and you learn from bad examples in terms of people.
Yeah.
You have good bosses, bad bosses. And good teachers, bad teachers. Everything is a learning opportunity. Take care of yourself as you go through young adulthood. And what I mean by that is pay attention to what makes you happy, have a life outside of work, try to maintain some balance between work and
In my opinion, this
life.
is the key, having a balance.
yeah. Now, but at the same time, realize that there will be times when work is more prevalent than personal fulfillment.
Yeah.
And then there'll be other times when you can accentuate the personal. It's never going to be a straight line. It's never going to be totally in balance all the time.
Yeah.
What you need to do is look at it over a period of time and go, has my life been generally balanced? If you can say yes, then you've won.
Do you think money can buy happiness?
No, you cannot. But when you don't have money, you can be sad. But I gotta tell you, I have met some incredibly poor people in my life
They are extremely happy.
that are extremely happy. And these are people with no educations, no solid health care, no real good jobs. But they're happy.
They can
They're
enjoy
happy.
little things.
They are so happy. When I stand back and I go, well, I look at them and I go, well, they have nothing. But they have a smile on their face. They have a happy life to them. It may not be your happy life, but to them it's their happy life. And you ought to learn something from that.
Yeah.
I worked around a lot of very wealthy people, and some of them were, a good number of them were miserable. In life, there will always be somebody who's smarter than you, more handsome, has more friends, has more money. It's not a competition. It's not a competition between you and that other person. It's about having a satisfying, fulfilling life. I always have told my children to do your absolute best. And whatever that is. If that means being a good student, do your best. Be a good friend. Work hard at your job. Do your best at your job. The results will be what the results will be.
But how do you face failure and like when you have a really bad moment in your life? How do you get back to the track?
I tried to figure out why the failure occurred. And I was careful to say, not to say why I failed. But the failure occurs. Sometimes it's something I did or didn't do. Sometimes it's events beyond my control. And this is another thing that I'm really key on is worry about the things and only the things that are within your control.
Totally agree.
And if it's outside of your control, be aware of it. Be aware that it's outside of your control. But don't worry about it.
Because you can't control it.
You can't control it. You cannot control it. If you can control it, worry about it. If you can't, I don't mean let it go, because you still got to
put much effort in it.
And don't beat yourself up if things go wrong. Be the best you can be.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in a situation where you, let's say a failure occurred, and you go, I could have worked harder, or I could have worked smarter, or I could have done this, or I could have done that, and I didn't do it.
We should not live in the past and like.
Yeah, and do as well as you can, and whatever the result is, or isn't, that's what it will be. You know, I told my children, study hard in school, and I had three children, 2 daughters, and one got A's, another got B's, another got C's, but they both put in the effort. They did everything they could. They didn't leave anything on the table. They did everything they could. And so I told each of them, I'm proud of you.
That's a perfect parenting.
Yeah, so
because you don't compare your
you
children.
don't compare your children. I was equally proud of all of them because they all three gave maximum effort, and they got the results they got. I want to tell you thank you.
Really happy that you accepted. I will see you next year because I think I'm coming back.
We would love to have you back. You know that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Things might get can be different, and I don't want to say that yes, I'm coming 100%, and then you will. When I know for sure, I
You'll
will
let us know.
let you know. Yeah.
And yeah, so you know that we want you back. We know that you have a life to live.
But
We don't know exactly where your life is going to go, but if it were to come back here for another summer, we would be delighted. Something may come up, some opportunity may come up, and that's where you got to go. What's right for Matei?